back to my Otoshi Monologues, my excuse to talk, rant, and embarrass myself in front of all of y'all. Today, I'll be reliving the last few days before classes start. Because yes, I'm here for school. Let me start on the day before our matriculation ceremony, and thanks to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, I now know that matriculation means the action of being enrolled in college or university. Brain. On today's menu, katsudon. Steamy. Man, I love myself some katsudon. I love a good breaded fried protein. Okay, off to go sing my heart out. Karaoke! I'm ready. Now, our group was split up into 2 rooms, and the people in my room were so talented. Like scary good. Good to the point where you feel bad about singing because you know you're gonna bring down the talent of that room. But once I got over that, it was big fun. Despite the late night, I did make it to matriculation on time. And they baited us. They told us we needed to be there at 8:30, but we really didn't need to be there until 9. It was just to get your ID card. After that, we sat in the chapel for an hour while we watched other people practice the ceremony that we were gonna have to sit through again. The whole time I'm sitting here thinking, I could have been sleeping. Hello? Don't you know sleep is very important for the young developing mind? Anyway, we did matriculation. And I got this nice picture. And they gave me free food. It almost makes up for the ungodly hour I had to wake up at. Hoo-hoo! Look at this spread. Oh, I love myself a luncheon. I definitely overate, but it was free. It was free. They had so many different desserts, and I wasn't about to not try them all. Who do you think I am? The rest of the day included a library tour with the secret self-sorting bookcase in the library dungeon, and a club fair where I experienced just how aggressive Japanese flyering can be. Well, I guess I'm singing, playing tennis, rock climbing, dancing, scuba diving, and playing volleyball. I'm not actually doing any of that. It was for dramatic effect.
We stopped this program to bring you Japanese creatures. Today, let's examine this nice praying mantis, found on the steps of the karaoke place. And here's the second specimen, a hungry caterpillar, chugging its way along a classroom floor. This has been Japanese Creatures.
The next day was another day of orientation, but we finished around 3 p.m. and I prepared to journey back to Shinjuku to see some familiar UCSD faces. Of course there was a torrential downpour that hour, so here I am, ready to brave the wilderness, armed with my Patagonia and my Pixar umbrella. I walked around outside for maybe 7 minutes and my pants were wrecked. But hey, cool umbrella. I see those Luxo balls. Look at these puddles. I was wondering if I should even be traveling in this weather, but YOLO! And as luck would have it, as soon as I made it to the station, the rain stops. So off I go to find Mika and Max, and yes, I'm in Uniqlo. And whoop, there they are! Hi friends! Hello. We didn't stage this at all. I'm ready to partay. And by partay, I mean eat some food. So Mika takes the lead, and we stumble upon a quaint tempura shop. And thank the Lordy for Mika, because she knows the Nihongo and can speak for us. This place is a big step up in terms of fanciness compared to the places I've been eating at the past couple of days. They gave us warm towels to wipe our hands, and they had grated radish and ume grated radish. Wow, Mika, so good at pouring that sauce. Then we got our food. Sugoi. Assorted vegetable tempura with rice. And 1 single shrimp tempura. Quick note about the shrimp though, that 1 shrimp was 700 yen. What? That's so expensive for this tiny little thing. But being the sucker I am, I had to try it. Anyway, vegetables. 9 out of 10. Very good quality tempura. The coating was light and crispy, and the grated radish really skyrocketed the flavor, especially the ume one. It adds that, you know, like the sourness that cuts through the oiliness of the coating. The shrimp was a different story though, in a bad way. I'm glad I tried it. It was completely different from the shrimp tempura back at home, and the one I tried earlier in the trip. Instead of this nice, succulent shrimp, it was this dense, sweeter variety of shrimp. There was a lot more chewing involved than in a regular shrimp tempura. It had an oddly sweet taste to it that was too strange for me. I'm glad that there was a noticeable difference in the taste, especially since it costed a lot. But my simpleton taste buds weren't ready for the bouginess. They also fried the legs of the shrimp, you know, like the bottom section of the shell. Best shrimp chip I've had in my life. Same crunchiness as a chip, but with the most intense shrimp flavor. Then we went to go get gelato and crepes at Vito. Look at how they served this gelato, and their flavors were crazy. Okay, maybe not crazy, but they had apple and pear and peach, and I was very excited. Their crepes were also really good, and pretty reasonably priced at around 400 yen. If you're in Shinjuku, I would go. After my extensive eating, it was time for me to head back before the last buses stopped running, and so Mika and Maxwell could prepare to hike Mount Fuji.
Duh.
On my way back though, I got distracted. I was told about this store, GU, or GU, I think it's GU though, and how it's an even cheaper version of Uniqlo. And so I made it back to Musashi Sakai, and I saw that there was a GU, and I got sucked in. Don't worry, I still made it to the bus on time. I went in and I beelined for the clearance section, and they got me. Everything I saw was $10 or less, so of course I was gonna buy something. I also want to mention that their checkout areas are all self-checkout. You put your items into this locker thing, and the super smart computer just scans everything, and then all your items pop up on the screen. You pay, take your stuff out of their prison, and then you go bag it yourself. Machines really are taking over. I'm not ready. And with that, I'll send you over to my GU fashion show. In my head, I thought it would look something like this. But in reality, this is more my style. Anyway, my day with Mika and Max had ended, and I was ready for a nice rest day. I had to sign up for classes, so I met with my advisor, but that only took like 20 minutes. And I was free. I put in a load of laundry and ate lunch alone in my room. I got this katsudon from 7-Eleven earlier and heated it up, but then when I went to eat it, the rice and the katsu were separated from each other. Why? I don't know, but it allowed me to feel quite accomplished by laying the katsu over the rice with one hand. I went to go get my laundry and my adventure for the day sprang upon me. A couple of people were going down in the elevator headed for Shibuya. At first I was like, TFTI, bruh. But then they told me to tag along, so off I go running to the bus stop, only to miss the bus anyway. But these kind souls waited for me at the bus stop. Introducing Bing and Shion. We were headed for a shoe store so Shion could buy some tennis shoes, but getting over to the place was kinda tricky. We kept going back and forth and over and under the bypasses. But I got to see this cool staircase with the luggage roller section in the middle. That's what I call innovation. And it led us to Shibuya Scramble Square. Sounds horrible. Time to go fight through the crowds. After scrambling our way across, we reached the shoe store. And what are those? Look at these shoes. It's an airbag for your feet that are trying to be slippers and sneakers at the same time. Wild. And then, oh my gosh. It's a castle in the middle of the frickin' street. And wait for it, it's Disney. I'm ready to feel the Disney magic. They even have a stained glass window with Beauty and the Beast. It's happening. Whoa, 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 Disney overload. And then, look at this. These twinkly Tinkerbell lights follow you up to the second floor. Hi, Russell. Dancing pens? Now off to the 5th floor, Forever 21. And look, it's a Pokemon sweatshirt with Piplup! Next, a strange gear building with a BT21 and stationery store with more Piplup! Up we go to the toy store with a whole bunch of mystery box figures and board games and even some skill/brain games. This is some balancing game where the wooden disc snakes around and each disc has a small magnet in the middle, so if your hand is steady enough, you can line them up and win. Here's Bing. And she gone. But she tried again and did succeed, and of course, I didn't capture it. Finally, time for Din Din. And Moo Rice, am I ready? We went to this Omu rice place called Tamago to Watashi, which literally translates to egg and me, or egg and I. Look at these branded napkins. And now, look at this food. It's a butter river. There goes any chance of being healthy today. You right. Please enjoy us being the routed people we are as we prepare to eat. Ooh, look at that Omu lasagna. Ooh, as Shion would say, that looks so good. It was my first time having professional level Omu rice, and just look at this jiggle action. Ooh, it was amazing. Then, boba! Yay yay. I've already been in Japan for a week and haven't drank any boba. Crazy. Something's wrong with me. But, all better now. Look at this cute doggo. Cheers! I got a sesame tofu milk tea with boba and didn't realize there were sesame tofu chunks in my drink until all the liquid was gone. Oh, and here's some really funky fruit we saw in passing. Like, I've tried a lot of fruit, but these ones were a new one for me. We made a quick pit stop in Don Quixote and became the proud owners of these matching Gudetama shirts. There are 3 little Gudetamas in this roller coaster on the background that are supposed to represent the 3 of us. Cute, right? The shirt also says, I want to go home, which doesn't fit how I feel right now, but in general, I always want to go home. Great shirt. And lastly, just adding this one on, one day I made it to McDonald's. And I gotta try the tsukimi pie, aka moon viewing pie. It's the fried McDonald's pie, but the inside has sweet azuki bean paste on one side, and then a nice chewy mochi on the other side. Get it? Because it's the moon and the sky and the, Wow, McDonald's, so creative. It was aight. A little overly sweet, but at the end of the day, it's still a fried pie, so 7 out of 10. This brings me to the end of everything that happened in Japan before classes started. Thanks for sticking around and listening to all this craziness, and I'll talk to y'all next time I do something interesting. Mata next time! Hoo-hoo! Ah! Whoa.